think we should be live now. So I am going to start. I don't think we are actually. That's weird.
Yeah, we are.
We are, yeah. Alright, we are live. That's good to know. That's good to know. Let's get straight into it. Welcome everybody to the MultiTap Gaming Podcast. Coming at you every week. I know we're a bit late this week. We usually do this on Sundays, but they're doing it midway through the week. There hasn't been a lot of news, but we got Am's top left as usual. I'm actually top right this time, so yeah. And we've got Andan at the bottom, but his camera is a bit buggy right now, so he's not using his.
Technical difficulties.
I didn't need to reveal that, did I? But anyway, let's keep it moving. Straight into what we do every week from now. What have we all been playing? I'm gonna go with you first.
What have I been playing?
I know what you've been playing actually.
At the start of the week, well, throughout the week, I've played a little bit, like tiny bits of different games. FIFA, Fall Guys. I even logged on to GTA to get my million today. I didn't play it. I just took my million and turned it off. I've actually just re-downloaded Jedi. I want to play with the red lightsaber, which is in the update that came a while ago. And Avengers, I played a tiny bit this weekend. But the main two games I've been playing in rotation since Thursday, I think, are UFC 4 and Doom. Which I've been having a lot of fun with.
How you finding Doom?
It's good. It's mindless fun, isn't it?
I've been telling this guy to play this game for a while now. This guy's been basically pushing me off like he's a light-skinned girl. but now,
like it's a masterpiece. It's just fun.
But now he's actually played it and he's like, oh, okay, this game's actually quite fun. This is a good game. He said that he'll give it about a 9.
I know it would be fun.
Yeah. Wait till you get to Doom Eternal. That's when you'll really see fun. But yeah, I'm happy that you're enjoying it.
8.5.
It means that I'm a cultured man, and
But UFC 4, that game's been very, very fun.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I've owned every game in the series, and I'm just having fun, boy.
Are you playing it online?
I haven't played online yet. I'm trying to relearn everything and get everything down. I'm going through my story mode with a light heavyweight male. I'm gonna do a woman who's more technical. The male's just punching and striking, and a little bit of like ground defense. But I want to get into the more technical side before I go online.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I do that with the woman.
That's fair. And then, what have you been playing this week?
So this week, it's been a bit of a slow week for me, but I think mainly FIFA, to be honest. And then I played literally 10 to 15 minutes of the Avengers demo, but I think I was quite busy this weekend, so I couldn't really get into it that deep kind of thing. So hopefully Friday or Saturday, whenever it comes out again, I'll give it another try anyway. But it's mainly just FIFA, I think, and probably a bit of Fall Guys or whatever. Yeah, so nothing special at the moment. I might need to get Doom though. What is it, like £4 or something like that? Or something,
£4 at the moment. It's worth it. And then Doom Eternal,
so
27 that game, I think.
Yeah.
So you can play both.
27, yeah.
£30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I might look into Doom as something to complete. Before whatever the next big game comes out.
You won't regret it. You won't regret it. That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Me, I've been playing quite a few like games, just small sections of stuff. I've been playing some FIFA Pro Clubs with a few friends. I've been playing Smash Bros online. I've been playing some new game that just came out, I think like yesterday, called Spiritfarer, which is seeming like a very buggy game at the moment, to be honest with you. I've been playing Hearthstone, just little bits there and here and there. It's just games that I can like kind of pick up and play. And what game is there? Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn. I've kind of picked up and put down just because, yeah, that game is just, it's not doing it for me right now on PC. And probably the final game that I would name is probably what's that game called? I can't remember. A Plague's Tale: Innocence.
Oh,
I don't know
the
if
rats.
yeah, that game. Oh my gosh, that I don't know why I'll keep playing it because it keeps making my skin crawl. Like that is worse than horror games that I've
Nasty.
played. Like honestly, it's actually worse than horror games that I've played. Like whenever they even just get close to me, I'm just like moving around with my controller. I'm just like yeah.
Worse than Bloodborne.
Yeah, it's worse than Bloodborne. It makes me feel worse than Bloodborne. Bloodborne was just like that game is just like a. But
No,
this
them
is
crows
like,
that drag themselves across the floor. They were
nah.
gross, man.
That's fair. But yeah, now that we're gonna get into the first topic, which is something that I cannot remember. Oh my gosh. What is the first
Ghost of
topic?
Tsushima.
Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, that's why. It's because a game I don't really care about. No, I'm joking. But yeah, Ghost of Tsushima have actually just revealed that they're coming out with a multiplayer section, which, to be honest with you, I am more excited about the fact that there's multiplayer coming out for this game than I was for the single player, which I think says a lot right now, which I didn't think about myself really. Was I always just felt that I was actually a single player kind of guy. I enjoyed games like God of War, Uncharted, The Last of Us, not that game in particular, but games like that. So the fact that that was revealed, and I was like, "Oh snap! I'm about to throw down with arms." And like, you guys actually came straight to my mind as soon as this was revealed, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, this is good. This is good." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, cool." What are your thoughts on the multiplayer section being revealed, guys?
You know what? Yeah, I'm excited about it as well. To be honest, I think it's called. I'm the same as you. Like, I was excited about the story mode of the game, and then when it came out, I didn't really like it or whatever kind of thing in it.
Yeah.
I felt it was kind of the same. But even though this one, I'm assuming the fighting and maybe the discovery and stuff like that, it's going to be the same. But I think now that you can play with up to 3 friends, you can be chatting whilst you're doing stuff. And like they said, I think there'll be 4 different playing styles or so or whatever. So hopefully that 4 different styles could add a bit more variety to the game and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I can't lie. Like, I think when I read it and saw the trailer, I was actually a bit gassed for it kind of thing in it. So I think for me, this is what was needed to freshen the game up a bit kind of thing in it. So yeah, I'm ready for it still. Yeah.
Ams, I'm gonna let you give a bit more details because I'm sure you've looked into it further than me. Than us really. So if you could just flesh out the details of what it actually is consisting of.
So from what I've seen, it'll be 2-player co-op story, extra story stuff, and then a up to 4-player wave mode and raids. So you'll have different. It says you're gonna have the toughest enemies from the game, which could be annoying if there's a bunch of them coming at you at once.
There's gonna be 4. There's gonna be 4 people though, so it should be fine.
Yeah, but some of them got no excuse. Annoying. But yeah, they said this 4-player wave. They'll have the hardest enemies coming at you, and a new type of enemy, which is Oni enemies, which is the mythic Japanese demons. It should be very interesting to fight them as a group. I'm quite excited for this. I think anytime a game that gave you a fully open world and so much content in that open world and so many hours then comes out and gives you more content for free, that's a W. Yeah. So this is good from them doing that. Also, I think when you put co-op in a single player experiences, doesn't have to be like amazing. I think a mid-tier game can be made a lot more fun by having co-op experience than when you play with your friends. So a game like Anthem, not a great game. But when you play it with other people, it's actually fun.
Mhm.
I don't know how long it'll be
Yeah.
fun for, but it's 10 times more fun when you play with other people. So I think this is going to be a really fun mode for people to play.
That's good.
And I'm hoping that because it's Legends, that the characters they give you are the people that they had in the Tales.
Yeah,
Like the people you get the legendary moves from. I'm hoping that you play as them. That'll be good.
that would be kind of cool. Yeah. I'm excited for this one. I'm just kind of. Do you know what? If they release it before like the Game of the Year nominees come out and it's actually pretty good, I think it can give a few games a run for its money if it comes out and it's kind of good, just because of this as well. Because I felt like the game was decent, but let's see if this can raise it up. I still personally right now would give mine to Final Fantasy, then Doom Eternal. But yeah, this let's see how this pans out, and we'll go from there. But
Gameplay is a tricky one, isn't it?
yeah.
There'll be about 10 games in the list. I think it'll be in the list already. If this is great, it might boost it higher.
Yeah.
I want it to win it because I enjoyed the game, but I think at the moment Last of Us 2 might win it.
You lot forgot Cyberpunk's coming out anyway, but
yeah, that's what
I think Cyberpunk can take it, but it depends. It's like I think it has to.
I think Cyberpunk is just
very high level to knock off the.
That's what it's gonna do.
Yeah,
that's what it's gonna do.
I think the name of Last of Us, as well as the quality of the game, will carry it.
I don't think it will.
Cool.
I think too many people hated it for that to be the case. But I think Cyberpunk is gonna come out and just take it.
But they never care what the people think.
But that kind of moves straight into.
Was nominated.
But
even though people hated it, it's critics that vote for it, innit?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And they loved it.
So
I still think Cyberpunk's gonna come out and the critics are gonna love that even more. And that kind of moves us straight into the second topic, which is this game even coming out this year? Like, there's been so many games being delayed this year and recently that games are just getting delayed, and we don't even know if the PS5 is even going to come out this year. Do you guys see the PS5 and the Xbox being delayed? Do you think?
They can't.
Yeah, I think the Xbox will definitely come out this year. Like, Microsoft have said it so many times, and like they keep on saying it with conviction that the Xbox is coming out this year, kind of thing. Even though Sony have said PS5 is coming out, when they say it, I feel like it's half-fired. I feel like they're hoping it's going to come out, or if it does come out, it's going to come out in limited batches or something like that. But to be honest, like, I mean, at the moment, everything's in Sony's hands, kind of thing, innit? But the way they're being so quiet and not saying anything about what's going on and all of that, and like every week, like, we're expecting to hear something about, maybe a release date or maybe a price or something like that. Like, Xbox are ready. I'm sure Xbox, they're ready to tell us what their price is, innit? I think they're still waiting for PS5, but I think PS5 are still unsure whether they're even going to be ready for November, December, or whenever it is that they're releasing it. And if they wait till January, they're taking a big L waiting that till next year, innit? So, yeah, I don't think PS5 are ready, man. I can't lie.
Off the back of that, let me ask Ams a question, Is it concerning that we're 3 months away from... 3 months away from the PS5 reveal, and we haven't seen any Spider-Man Miles Morales gameplay? Is that concerning? Because when you think about it, let me finish really quickly. When we saw God of War gameplay, that was in 2016, I believe. That's when that gameplay came out. The game actually released in 2018. Horizon Zero Dawn was revealed that same year, I believe, and came out the year after. What other games? We saw Days Gone at that conference as well, I believe. And we saw... What other games did we see? yeah, we saw pretty much all of those games, and they released a year or two later, and we saw gameplay of those games. We're 3 months away, and we haven't seen any Miles Morales gameplay.
I think
we've seen Godfall gameplay, which is also a release date gameplay as well, by the way. So
I think if it was uncommon to not see the gameplay, then it would be worrying. But a lot of games haven't shown us next gen gameplay yet, and I think a lot of games are holding off for now.
Are we talking games that are releasing on release day?
Around release day, I guess. So games like 2K and FIFA.
I think 2K is releasing before that.
Well, because 2K is coming out current gen, but they haven't even mentioned next gen. They said it's in the works and it's coming out, but they haven't shown any of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of companies are holding their cards to their chest. I think the fact that PS5 or Sony doubled the production means that they're gearing up and they're saying we're ready for this. They're just playing a game because the ball's in their court and they have less movement than Microsoft can have. So Microsoft can make a bigger sacrifice than them because they have more to lose than Microsoft. So I think they're trying to gauge it properly. I wish they wouldn't. I wish they would just say it's coming at this price, pre-order now. But I don't think they're going to do that. They've been saying that it's going to release. It's been rumored that they're going to have a reveal this month, but the month is almost over, so who knows?
Yeah. I've been hearing rumors of that they've basically been pushed back to September. So for both consoles, by the way. Yeah. So it's a bit sticky. Do we think Spider-Man gets delayed?
I don't think so.
I think it's down to whether PS5 is coming out in November or whatever, because I don't see why Spider-Man should be delayed, because obviously Spider-Man PS4 already came out. They've got the blueprint and everything already. Yeah. I'm assuming they were already aware they were going to do Miles Morales in a year or two or whatever. So I think that they are probably nearly ready. But to be honest, like with PS5 gameplay, there's not really a lot that we've really seen anyway, to be honest. Like it's Godfall,
Bug Snacks.
What they
crap game, man.
Oh man. Just wait. When this game comes out, it's a 9 out of 10 years. Just wait and see.
I feel like we've actually seen quite a few games that are releasing on PS5 that have gameplay. Or like we've seen Ratchet and Clank.
Very short gameplay.
Yeah, very short. Yeah, I mean some of them like less than a minute.
Yeah.
Even Ratchet and Clank was quite short.
There was an extended part afterwards, to be fair though. But it wasn't the longest. You don't remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on, sorry, and I interrupted you.
No, sorry. But yeah, I don't think Insomniac really have a problem with the Spider-Man thing. They've been actively releasing screenshots and stuff like that. Even though it doesn't really mean much, but yeah, I think if the PS5 is ready, I think they're literally just waiting to find out when PS5 is coming out before you make an announcement that it's coming out in November and PS5 say, oh wait, we're not coming out in November. So yeah, it's poor communication to the customers and that kind of thing. So I think they're just waiting. As soon as they hear something, then I'm sure they will be ready in it. Yeah.
To be fair, all of the games that have shown all the gameplay were pushed back, and the games that showed none. So for like UFC had showed barely anything, and that came out.
Mate, I didn't even know that game was coming out.
Yeah. And then you have games like Deathloop that showed a lot of gameplay at the PS5 event that's been pushed back. Halo showed a lot that got pushed back. Even Cyberpunk got pushed back, and they've had an hour of gameplay for years now.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Speaking of Xbox, let's actually talk about them. So, what do we think of them? Do we think that we could see them getting delayed? Do we see the fact that maybe they even should delay their release. What do we think?
Nah, Xbox are ready. Nah, I think Xbox are ready for November. They've said it 100 times. November, we're ready for it. Innit? What date in November? We'll find out. I think what people are saying, like 5th or 6th of November, something like that.
Okay, but when we actually think about it though, what was the big reveal that Phil Spencer made when he revealed the Xbox Series X? Oh yeah, by the way, Halo Infinite is coming to Xbox Series X launch day. Like, bro, that was like the thing that they revealed. That was the big hit, the thing that you were supposed to go out there and buy an Xbox Series X for, and now that's been delayed to a point that we don't even know. Maybe it's even this time. Maybe it's not this time, but maybe it's holiday 2021. So it's like you're buying the Xbox Series X to play freaking the Halo Master Chief Collection. Do you know what I mean? Like,
if you haven't had an Xbox this whole generation, just buy an Xbox, play Gears or something. Don't worry about it.
It's true.
That's pretty much what they did.
What they have. Well, I'm assuming Cyberpunk will be a launch title if it's out in November. Obviously, you got Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs and stuff like that. So there are still games, but there's not necessarily a lot of exclusives or whatever in it. But what Phil Spencer was it? Phil Spencer talking about how he doesn't want exclusives to kind of ruin gaming and stuff like that.
Pretty
so
much, yeah.
I don't think they really mind in it. Like
he brought that back because he knew it was gassing.
Well, I think for them at the moment, their big baby at the moment is xCloud in it. So they want to push that out. They want to make sure that you've got no reason to not be able to play an Xbox game or whatever on any console or on any device or whatever. So at the moment, I think that's what their main focus in it, kind of thing. In it, like even if it means that you play FIFA via xCloud or whatever, rather than buying it on PS5 or PS4, they're happy to do that in it, kind of thing. Innit? So yeah, I think they're ready for November. In it, I think they're just making sure that everything is all tight and everything like that, and just to make sure that they don't flop the launch in it, because it will harm them properly if they flop it in it. So they're ready though, man. I'm telling you.
To be honest,
they're ready for the smoke. Don't worry.
I think they were hurt before they pushed the game back, because the way it was looking, I don't think people wanted it.
Wait, are you talking Halo Infinite?
Yeah. So I think they had to push it back. I think Assassin's Creed should be pushed back because that game is not looking good at the moment.
No, that game looks fine. That game looks fine. Trust me.
Looks trash.
No, I've played other Assassin's Creeds.
No,
it looks no different. It looks no different. No, this actually looks better than the other Assassin's Creeds, if I'm being honest.
It looks better than it, and there are many points that Ghost of Tsushima that I was like, this game looks like 3-4 years ago. I'm telling you, it looks better than it already.
I'll probably agree.
Ghost of Tsushima can look elite. This game, all of the video I've seen, there's not a single point where it's looked elite.
I don't think that this game ever tries to look elite, but at the same time, we haven't got it in our hands yet to see the game without the video compression and stuff like that. So I think that it can still look decent, but I don't see them delaying that game. That game's already been delayed. So I think
it looks a lot more behind than Watch Dogs Legion. Watch Dogs Legion looks ready to release.
Yeah, that's true.
Almost ready. Yeah, definitely.
True, now that I think about it, when did they delay Assassin's Creed? We're getting off topic.
A while before Watch Dogs, I think.
Is it?
Because Watch Dogs was meant to be summer, isn't it?
Yeah. Well. Yeah, that adds up a bit. We'll see how that game pans out, but let's move on to our third subject, which kind of is linked to what we were talking about with the consoles being delayed, but I think there's been some rumors coming out that was it the Xbox Series X, I believe,
Xbox Series
was
X
coming in at around $599, was it?
Jeez, oh my heart.
$599, and that's American dollars, by the way. So that doesn't mean anything, actually. I don't know why I put that up. That basically means that's what we're paying for in pounds.
599 euros and 549 pounds.
Yeah, pretty much. So, these are just rumors again, just to confirm. But what are our thoughts if it does come through at that price? I think personally that is a good thing, because what I'm actually thinking is
Microsoft.
No. What I'm actually thinking is when these companies like Xbox and PlayStation actually reveal these consoles, they big it up as something. Oh yeah, this is next gen. This is fantastic stuff. Oh yes. But then, like, when you actually get in, it's like it's low end PC hardware. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not really that great. If it's expensive, that means, but it's already kind of cutting the edge when you think about it. They're using Zen 2, they're using Navi GPUs. So
I think they've revealed that it's powerful.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, if it comes in at like £400 or something, or like 350, then I'm gonna be like, well, you just pretty much got laptop parts and put it in a PS5. Yeah, sure, it's Z2 and RDNA, whatever, R2 and Navi and all that stuff. But if it's cheap, then it's gonna be cheap parts that you put in there. So I actually think that if it's expensive, this will probably be the console that is like, okay, yeah, invest that money, and you probably won't have to buy another upgrade, pro version or X version or X2 version or whatever 3 years from now. It'll probably last like the whole 7 years. So that's my thoughts. What are yours?
But I think we've spoken about this in the past, about how Microsoft could afford to operate at a little bit of a loss anyway, rather than try to make a profit on the console, because they're looking for you to be paying £11 a month for Xbox Live and for game xCloud as well, kind of thing, innit? So I don't think Game Pass. Game Pass. Yeah, so I don't think they really mind too much. Like, if they release it for 400, and for example, it costs 450 to make or whatever, I don't think they really mind too much, because they're going to make that money back from you within 5 months, kind of thing, innit? And you're going to be playing this for the next 6-7 years. That's what, £110 a year, £120 a year kind of thing that they're getting extra from you, innit? So I think they're all right with potentially making a little bit of a loss just to confirm that they're going to sell consoles, kind of thing, innit? So I think £600 or £550, whatever it is a bit too much. But then again, what if you buy a 1X? A 1X is what, 349 or something like that now?
I think so, yeah.
So you can't. You have to distinguish. Like, there's a big difference between the 1X and the Series X in it. You can't come out with nearly the same price, because then people are going to be like, psychologically, maybe this is not as good as people thinking it.
Yeah.
So,
and where does that leave the Xbox Series S as well, when you really think about it? If it's like 450 or 400, are they really gonna sell the Series S for 250, 300? I don't know. Do you think they'll do that?
I think probably 300 or 350 in it, because I'm pretty sure I read that they've stopped production of the 1X now, innit? Kind of thing. So yeah, their main focus.
The prices are going to drop when these new consoles come out.
Yeah, so they stopped production of it. They probably just want to get rid of all their stock, kind of thing. So I think Series S is meant to be 1080p gaming, innit? Kind of thing, innit? So
1080p,
yeah. I can't see it being more than 300.
I think, well, I think it will occupy the same space, so it'll be 350 because it's meant to be more powerful overall than the Series X. But it has faster.
But games could look potentially worse, though, innit?
They'll look worse, but they'll run better. And they'll be able to handle newer architecture.
Yeah,
but it's still nice. It runs better than that, but why am I going to pay more for something that potentially looks worse? Just because it loads 5 seconds quicker than the other one? Nah.
PlayStation. I think if PlayStation sell theirs at, let's say, $499 for the base, and then $399 for the digital, they are killing it.
Oh, what's happened here?
Unless they're gonna say, "Oh, this is premium because it's more powerful," but then how much difference does that power make? You're gonna be thinking, because it's gonna run the same games and it's gonna have a list of. They're both gonna have a list of exclusives. I think it can hurt them if they price it too high, but who knows? They might have an ace up their sleeve. I don't think I'll get both consoles if I'm meant to pay $550 for one of them. That seems crazy. If they both come out at $550, then I'm definitely not getting both consoles.
Yeah, we were actually talking before the show. Me and Dan were talking. Do you want to give them a little hint into what we were talking about, and then on what you would find acceptable next gen for Xbox, basically?
I can't even remember. Wow.
Basically, what we were talking about was, for example, Xbox kind of know that most people aren't going to buy an Xbox Series X or even an Xbox Series S. Most people are going to go for a PS5. So what they could be looking to do, especially because they're kind of focused on the xCloud side of things, what they could do is just focus on maybe creating some type of app that comes pre-installed on TVs, or like that you can just download on like a smart TV, because most TVs right now that you would buy, most of them are smart TVs, so you can download apps, I think, on smart TVs. And just what if there was like an xCloud app that came with like 4K, because they're going to upgrade their servers in a year. So what if it came with 4K? You could just buy a Bluetooth controller, connect it to your TV and play it from there. But yeah, that's what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that's possibly something they'll look into, because I think the Samsung Galaxy Note and the tablet are coming out this month or something like that. And when you buy them, it already ships with the Game Pass on it. You get 3 months Game Pass, and they give you a control pad as well. So I think Microsoft are probably definitely looking into that space with Androids and stuff like that, where as soon as you get it, we give you 3 months membership kind of thing, just like Apple Music does and all that kind of stuff. You use it, you see that, it's actually quite good, blah, 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 and you're happy to continue paying that £11 a month kind of thing. So I definitely think in the future, we're going to start seeing some Samsung, LG TVs that are going to ship with some sort of app or whatever, where you can just play your Xbox games straight like that, to be fair. I think that's mainly if they see Xbox consoles are not selling as much as they would like. Yeah, if the Xbox consoles are selling, it's not necessary. Yeah, it's not necessary. But if it's not selling, then we're gonna force you to play this thing whether you like it or not.
That's going to be the next part of the console wars, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Stadia and Microsoft fighting for exclusivity on TVs.
Boy, that might happen.
No, it's a Stadia. I'm not on this. Nah.
Stadia.
Stadia has the money. And they might say, if we're going to do TV stuff, let's get into that and try and block them up. But they might just all sides of money.
Yeah, I
think
you
have to buy a TV depending on what games you want to play.
Actually, let me not say if. When we're still doing this in a few years, and Stadia exclusives are coming out left, right, and center. This guy's laughing that I said Stadia exclusive.
I think Stadia will survive. I also think that Apple's going to come out with one, and we're going to have 3 of the streaming ones, and then the 3 console giants, and it's just going to be a big, massive mess of a console war thing going on.
Boy, we're going to have to see. But I actually think that people are going to be very surprised. And quote me on this as well. Watch, I'm gonna when that first Stadia exclusive comes, I'm gonna put this in the video. I think people are gonna be very, very surprised in what Stadia brings out when they bring out like a proper AAA game. But yeah, that's gonna be a few years from now, I think. Huh?
It has to stay cheap.
Yeah, it will. But yeah, let's move on to the final topic. This one's a bit touchy. Ugh. I'm already pulling my neck already.
No pun intended.
Boy, some sexual harassment. What's the word I'm looking for? Allegations. That's it. I need to be techie with my wording.
Yeah.
Allegations have come out involving women at Rocksteady. So I'm gonna let you guys talk about this one. So what are your thoughts? I don't know if any of you guys know any of the quotes or statements that have come out from the company or anything like that. You can speak about it.
I've read groping and unwanted touches. That's what stuck to mind. Unwanted advances. Sorry.
Oh wow.
It's just gross, man.
Do you know what though? That's not fair. Do you know what? I'm I need to be careful with what I say. But like, unwanted what? What was it? What was the word that you... Yeah, that's not fair, man. Like, wait, so what? If I... Let's use me as an example, right? If I spoke to a woman and she's a 10 out of 10. Obviously, that's going to be unwanted advancements. So it's like...
I think they mean like you've rejected them and they thought,
yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, that we've told you no, and you still don't understand no means no kind of thing, innit?
To be fair, in a workplace, that first advance isn't even professional. You shouldn't be making the first.
Yeah, you say that, but if you deep how many people
like,
meet,
that's where I met my girlfriend.
No. You can say it's unprofessional, yeah, but the amount of people that meet up at work and married or just have a fling or whatever, like if that was the case, like the amount of people that will not be married today, like because work told me I can't speak to you in a sexual way, like it doesn't make any sense in it. But I think it's just the thing, like no means no in it, kind of thing in it. And some men and some women just don't get that concept that when I've said no to you, it doesn't mean you should try harder. It means no. Like that's what it means in it. So unfortunately, but yeah, it's a mess. Like I just don't really get. In the media sector, like gaming, films, and cinema, and all that kind of stuff, like why so much of this stuff happens. Like back in the day, like a lot of it was happening, but it wasn't really reported or stuff like that. But now, like it's so well known, like we need to conduct ourselves better and stuff like that.
Yes.
Why are people still doing it? It doesn't make any sense, especially after stuff like Me Too movements and stuff like that, and people are still getting involved to stuff like this. Like, I just don't get it. Like, it's like you're asking for trouble kind of thing, innit? Like, I don't get it, innit, to be honest. Yeah.
I don't think it's just those industries. I think recently those industries are more likely to come out. I think it happens in all industries. A lot of the time, 100%. It's not just men doing it, but I think a large portion of it is men. Because I've seen it. Not even like just looking at people on the road or in the pub with their colleagues, like people looking uncomfortable with other people they work with. So I don't think it happens a lot. That's a problem. But it's good that they can come out and say, listen, this is not okay. And file lawsuits.
That's very true. Go on. I've saw a couple of people actually getting fired or leaving their positions in these companies as well. I just I don't know. Yeah, I'm just with Andan. I'm just like, why is this like? It wasn't acceptable back then, but it was like, okay, cool. I understand why it was happening because like
Yeah.
people still had that old mentality of like, yeah, let me slap this woman's ass as she walks by, yeah, whatever. but like now, there's no way that that should be happening, man. There's too much on the news, like on places like Twitter, on like it's everywhere that you should not be doing this. So there's no reason for you to be doing it in the first place, but also there's definitely no reason that you should be doing it now with so much information out there. So yeah,
People are gross, man.
Well, I think it's that, and I think people just need to be educated a bit more because, I mean, there are probably some things that I used to do in the past that, luckily, I've been educated and told why some of that stuff can be demeaning and wrong and stuff like that, and it's helped me to learn that I shouldn't be saying or doing certain things like that in the past, in the present now, kind of thing, innit? So, but I think a lot of the people that are involved in this stuff in certain workplaces, whatever, a lot of them tend to be a bit older than us or whatever. They've learned this from, yeah. Sometimes, I mean, there are people younger than us that are doing stuff like that, but a lot of them have learned it from the past. It's a learned behavior, and they need to learn that kind of behavior, kind of thing. And some of them just refuse to learn, kind of like if it's ingrained, you're like in your 50s, it's ingrained in you, kind of thing, and you've never got in trouble for it in the past or whatever. You're just gonna keep on pushing it until someone baits you out and actually reports you, kind of thing, innit? So
yeah,
it's unfortunate.
You just blame them and carry on. Or if you don't get away with it, you still carry on.
It's true, very true. So how do you think this will affect? Because obviously, a Suicide Squad game was meant to be announced. How do you think it will affect that?
Which game? What was the game that you named?
Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad.
Oh,
so Rocksteady, I'm meant to be releasing one.
I don't think
it's gonna one soon.
I don't think it's gonna affect the reveal very much. I think they'll probably try and just sort it out internally. So I think they'll probably come out with like a statement on maybe Twitter or something, or how the actions that they're taking to try and sort out the situation and to help the situation and help people come out and speak and stuff like that. But I don't think they're actually gonna like put any kind of section in the reveal talking about it personally. So I don't even think they will like push it back or anything like that. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
I think it's these gaming companies need to change, and all the media companies, most companies need to change. Not even media. Yeah, people have had to suffer through this stuff, and it's not just sexual harassment; it's sexism, it's racism, and these companies need to be forced to change, whether they like it or not. Because from my experience, some companies, if you have the sexual harassment, then you also have racism and you have sexism and a whole bunch of other isms. And they all need to be forced to change to get rid of all this stuff. This is the worst, not the worst one, but this can come with the biggest consequences of like actually being physically assaulted. So this one probably be stamped out first.
Definitely agree.
Yeah, I think change by force.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to end it, to be honest with you. Thank you for watching this till the end. If you enjoyed the topics and the content that we provided, make sure to hit the like button. If you didn't, or if you disagreed with something that we said or didn't like something in the content, let us know in the comments. We can't improve if we don't know what we're doing wrong. So we'll catch you on the next episode, and we'll see you guys later on. Take care.
Peace.